Hello, this is the Oli Overview for the 12th of August 2020, which was a Wednesday. Pretty sure it was a Wednesday. Felt like a Wednesday. Going back into history, on the 12th of August in 1323, the Treaty of Nuremberg was signed between Sweden and the Republic of Novgorod, instituting controls for the border between those two countries for the first time in history. Of course, the Novgorod Republic doesn't exist anymore, but Sweden does, so we know who won there. In 1851, Isaac Singer was awarded a patent for his sewing machine and basically changed the world, just like a lot of other people for other inventions, but 12th of August is the day. In 1952, in Moscow, Russia, on the 12th of August, we had the Night of the Murdered Poets, when 13 prominent Jewish intellectuals were all killed on the same night in Moscow by persons unknown. In 1981, on the 12th of August, the IBM PC, or personal computer, was first launched onto the open market. And in 1990, Sue, the largest and most complete Tyrannosaurus rex skeleton discovered to that point, was discovered by Sue Hendrickson in South Dakota. If you were born on the 12th of August, you share your birthday with all kinds of people. You share your birthday with Abraham Zacuto, a Jewish polymath who was, amongst other things, an astronomer and an astrologer, which I'm sure will send contemporary astronomers spinning in their graves, or spinning in place, depending on whether they're alive or not. Sorry, I said contemporary, didn't I? It's late. He was also a mathematician, a rabbi, and a historian. In 1591, the world welcomed Louise de Marillac, who was one of the co-founders of the Daughters of Charity. In 1629, the world said hello to Archduchess Isabella Clara of Austria. In 1857, Ernestine von Kirchberg, the Austrian painter and educator, was born. In 1860, and I thought about veering away from this, but, it's there in the list. In 1860, Clara Hitler, the mother of Adolf Hitler, was born in Austria. In 1876, Mary Roberts Rienebar, I can't read my own writing, this is terrible. In 1876, Mary Roberts Reinhardt, US author and playwright, was born. In 1954, the world bid welcome to François Hollande, the 24th President of the Republic of France. In 1963, he likes big butts and he cannot lie, Sir Mix-a-Lot entered this glorious human race. In 1965, US actor Peter Krause was born, most famous for his portrayal of Nate on 6 Feet Under. And in 1975, gender politically problematic younger brother of Ben Affleck, Casey Affleck, was born. I don't normally do deaths, but this one was quite iconic. On the 12th of August in 30 BC, Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, passed away. The news today has not really been much of a fun picnic, if we're perfectly honest. There has been a major rail derailment in Aberdeenshire, near to a place called Stonehaven, in which 3 people have tragically lost their lives. There's been a new COVID-19 infection cluster detected in Glasgow that has been directly linked to returning students at Bannerman High School. Storms have raged across the UK after record high temperatures, and flood warnings and weather warnings have been issued all over the country. Jimmy Lai, Hong Kong businessman and pro-democracy campaigner and supporter, has been arrested under the new national security law in Hong Kong. He has urged younger protesters to be more, to take greater care and to ensure that they are not singled out by the security services. He's been arrested essentially for his pro-democracy stance and for the pro-democracy stance of the newspaper that he owns, the Apple Daily. As yet, no specific charges have been brought that I'm aware of. And from the upsetting and worrying problems to do with civil liberty in Hong Kong to the ridiculous. Georgia businesswoman Marjorie Greene Taylor has won the Republican primary for the 14th Congressional District of Georgia. Marjorie is a keen supporter of the current President of the United States and a public and vocal supporter of QAnon, the mysterious conspiracy theorist that claims that the deep state is fighting to defeat Donald Trump. So, yet again, the US Congress is destined for greatness, I'm sure. Political commentators on the US scene fully expected to be elected. The 14th district in Georgia is essentially, one of the safest Republican seats in the country. It's so conservative, it's terrifying. She will win. So somebody who believes a faceless nut on YouTube is going to be representing a bunch of people who live there. I just don't understand how this world works anymore. If you need to set reminders to make sure that you don't forget to do that important thing, or take your medication, or make sure someone else takes their medication, or feed your dog or your cat, or put out the garbage, or, just anything that you can't afford to forget, I suggest you do that now. And I strongly suggest that you hold your loved ones close and put out the sandbags if you're in an area where there might be a flood. And I hope you all stay dry and that this weather sorts itself out. Night night.